All right. And we're live, and welcome back to another For the Lads episode, live edition with Master Lukey and Kelly and myself. And yeah, like
Pennington. Do you have a fight name, bro?
So what?
Fight name.
Here, what's going on?
Yeah, he said, do you have a fight name?
Yeah, I had a few different ones. Like, so there's a wrestling name, which was I started out as Kelly Blanchard and went on to be Kelly Charles, and then become Kicking Kelly Charles. But then my fight game, I always just like to hear my full name after doing that deal where I was like Kelly Charles or Kelly Blanchard in pro wrestling. I didn't start my fight game after the pro wrestling thing. I like to hear my full name, which was Kelly Patrick Pennington.
Yeah.
My buddy Rick Toms, he did a lot of local announcing and stuff. So I knew him really well, and I was like, he texted me, was like, tell you what you want to hear. I'm like, dude, I want to hear my whole fucking government name called out. That's what I'll be known for, you know. And so he started doing that, and it was really cool. But then after I joined 4 Seasons, I got a couple different nicknames. The first one was
what's your MMA name, bro?
It was Kingpin. I think it was like Kelly.
Yo.
And I don't remember when that one came about, but then there was another one. We was driving back. I thought this pro boxer, he just started MMA. I knocked him out. On a 7-day fight notice, I just fought the Saturday before at the Penn Club in Louisville, Kentucky, where Muhammad Ali had his amateur boxing match.
Yeah.
But I got knocked out that night. That was that's a whole other fucking story. Dude, it was all the old money in Louisville, Kentucky. So they're wearing tuxedos, and there's a ballroom downstairs. They do that shit, and they come upstairs at night, and there's MMA fights, and they're all fucking like going down the hallway, like hitting on fighters and shit. They're taking strippers in the bathroom. They come out, you know, this number and shit. And that was wild. So I got knocked out that night in Dennis Club and offered to fight 7 days later against this guy, and I knocked him out. But, yeah.
So what about you? What about you, Master? Look, you've had a few different fight names.
Hold on, don't skip over that.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
You're saying you fought in front of a bunch of people in tuxedos in a MMA match?
in a like a ring, dude. Yeah, like I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, but like Louisville, Kentucky, right, where Muhammad Ali had his first amateur boxing matches as Cassius Clay, the Penn Dennis Club, downtown Louisville. All old money in Louisville, Kentucky belongs to this club. So the night we had the MMA fights, I mean, they're walking around in tuxedos, smoking cigars right in our fucking faces and placing bets on us like we're fucking horses. It was wild shit, brother.
Sounds like something out like a Van Damme movie.
Hey, yeah, man. But here's the thing, 4 Seasons. I love. I'm 4 Seasons forever, and the crew that night. There's a picture. I'd look it up and send to you, James. I'll send to you, Luke. But a picture that night, and the crew had it with me. There's just times in your life where you think if shit pops off, I'm good, and that was one of those fucking nights, man.
Yeah. So how have you been, Master Lukey? How's things been for you, brother?
Hold on. Say that part about Muhammad Ali again. He is the same club?
Yeah, so Muhammad Ali is from Louisville. Cassius Clay grew up in the Portland district, but there was a club downtown called the Penn Dennis Club, and like all old money belongs to this club. Like anybody's got a lot of money in Louisville, Kentucky, belongs to this club. So Now, they wasn't blowing smoke and fucking Cassius Clay's face as a kid. You know, it was a different scene. This scene was different. It was the after-hours scene. And he said they had a fucking, conference downstairs for some shit. I remember I was up in one of the rooms, we're dressing and shit. I got out of the car for something. I went through the kitchen, and they had hors d'oeuvres. I never had no fucking hors d'oeuvre or whatever. And I was like, oh, or a couple. I can't remember how I grabbed. I remember I was coming down the steps, and I saw this chick. I was like, hey. She's like, so I grabbed me a couple of hors d'oeuvres and went out to the car to grab, I think it was my fucking actual hand wraps was in the car, or my gloves. I always carried, competition ready gloves with me. They were TKO. Remember TKO?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were TKO.
The brand. Yeah.
No, TVP, maybe? The fuck was
I don't know that one.
I've got them. I have to fucking dig them out and show you. They were about the same time I got those. We got a huge donation from that company at the gym, and all our bags were fucking this company.
Dude,
I don't know, but I'll have to find them. But they're nice gloves, like I said, they're legit. The 4 ounce, protected. Fucking past any state laws and shit. But anyway,
this is flabbergasting.
what's that?
You fought in the ring that Cassius Clay.
No. I fought in the same, what would you call, like a ballroom?
Same venue.
Shit.
Same venue.
Huh?
And it wasn't
same
in the
venue.
ring?
Yeah, same venue. Like, we were fighting in a cage. He fought in the ring. No, we were not, but we were, he fought there as an amateur several times. And I got to fight there. That's one of the biggest highlights of my career, I think, and got to score a knockout. And got knocked out of the night almost that night.
Yeah.
Fight 7 days later.
Yeah, nice.
And I did some wicked shit.
So do you want to? We'll roll into our first topic then, is boxing related.
Yeah,
Did you get inspired by the spirit of Cassius Clay? Did he get into you, the spirit? Did you know that Cassius Clay fought in that same room?
Yes. Absolutely. And I did the best I could possibly do. And you know what? That was, hey, dude, I'm glad you said that, because my mind that night was very thoughtful. As I always tell people, like Mayweather was the greatest of his era, right? Tyson was the greatest of his era, but they all had one different thing. So when Ali was coming up, he had to change his entire fucking style, several different fights to win. That's what makes him the fucking greatest. And knowing I was fighting where he fucking fought growing up, yeah, that was a different fight. I used my head that night. I hit this dude. I was fixing him up, man. He was sliced up, like bread and shit. But he wasn't going down. So finally, I circled him towards my corner and shot a double leg blast, got him up against the cage, sunk him in. And my biggest thing is I would scissor the leg and just go for a 3-point control up against the cage. That was like, I practiced that in training and stuff. That was my forte, was to do that. So I tracked him up against the fence. Gary Copeland was referee. And so I started hitting him, and they were getting more and more flush. And then finally, I rotated around with an elbow, and I heard, I looked at Gary Copeland like he was out. He was like, keep going, Red. I think I was Red that night or something. So I did 2 more, and the next one was silent. But the next one, the sound got louder. So I hit him again. He's like a cow getting loud, fucking or some shit. And Gary was like, okay. But here's the fucked up thing was, like I said, I dumped him right from my corner, right? So James and Michael Donald, and they were sitting right there. On the 2 I rotated, he was already cut up. Like I said, I sliced him up on the feet. And then when we got down on the ground, I started throwing those elbows. The fucking blood started flying. Right, fucking James and fucking Mike, right? And they got hit in the fucking mouth of the face. The chick, they was wiping the shit away. I went in with two, but yeah, they got sprayed and shit. But yeah, that was a fun night.
Bro, and how did you get announced? Kelly Pennington?
Be honest with you, brother, I can't remember that night.
You triangled your legs around his legs so he couldn't move up against the cage, and you grabbed his hand with you grabbed his wrist with your hand.
No, so underhook, but you ride the outside leg. You know, you let them have that leg up against the cage. They can try to push off, but if you are scissoring around, it's the 3-card stance, Luke. You know, I mean, come on. You know, it's where you just lock them down, and especially that position on the cage. It's a popular position on the cage. Is you lock down that lead leg, they can try to push. If you got a good low base, they're not pushing off. And I got to see you this fight, man, from this night, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I had a good base, and you know, he tried with all his might. Man, he was all jacked up. He was like 253, and tried with all his might several times to throw me. And I just had such a low base and a good position. That wasn't happening. But we finally got stood up, and I just 2-3'd him, and he was about to fucking do a knife edge chop across the jaw, because he was just like, ugh. I was going to go, bam, at the very top of the waist.
I didn't hear that part.
Say what?
Sounds like somebody's got a lawnmower. A fan, maybe?
Is that my fan?
On the back porch. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro.
Better?
I think that might have been it.
Yeah. It's just hot over here, brother, so I got the fan blasting.
I didn't want to miss Kelly's story.
No, all good.
So speaking of, I'm on a podcast. Can I call you back? I'm on a podcast. Can I call you back? Okay. There's the echo.
Yeah, I was gonna
Kelly Pennington. That is a legendary story. Holy!
Is it really?
You fought in a cage in the room where Muhammad Ali, where Cassius Clay came up.
Yeah. And look, fucking like James said, fucking what was that, Lionheart style? Motherfuckers,
that's
throwing that shit in your fucking face, making bets. They come up to me and it's like, how you feel? I was like, I feel good. And it's like, and the dude's like, he feels good. I got 200 on this guy. I was like, what? This is the craziest shit, man. And like I said, it was snowing in the bathroom with the strippers. You know what I'm saying?
So overall, good night.
I'll never give details, but that was a crazy fucking night, man.
You said it was fun with the strippers where? In the back?
Say what?
I don't need you to give me any details. I didn't quite understand what you said. You had fun with the strippers in the back?
It was snowing in the bathroom with the strippers.
In the bathroom. Oh, because you were describing this arena type of club area.
I'm trying to put myself there. Just a big room with that fancy molding and shit. And then they had a chandelier, but the way the cage was placed is pulled up against the wall. So the chandelier was outside and to the left. That's how big this fucking room was. You know? But that's how they set it up, you know. But yeah, it was fucking cigar smoke. You're walking in, my partner was smoking cigars and shit. It was a crazy. I didn't realize it was that big a deal. It just seemed like some shit that just happened. But that's cool. It's you know. Hey, maybe I'd go into detail about that one time or something. You know, that was wild. Like I said, the crew I had with me that night, man. I had, you know, we would walk through 100,000 people. You know, just my brothers I had with me, I just, you know, And you could see in the picture, I was so relaxed before the fight. I was just like, man, I had my whole crew around me and just, yeah, it was wild.
You want us to add this up, Luke? Add this to stage, mate? You got something here?
What's the echo?
Yeah, I heard the echo. I wish I could see the video. Is it trademarked?
What's that? That fight?
I want to see the cage. Actually, is it a big cage? I thought you were a striker, bro. You wrestled this guy. You wrestled after him.
No. I was staying on my feet, but like I said, I had that good lockdown. But I like I said, I pieced him up on the feet, man. But he would not go down. So I was like, fuck it. So I shot in. I circled around to where he's in front of my corner. Shot in for a double leg blast. Took him down. Got my lockdown, and then that's when I started doing more damage on the mat. But no, there's no video. This was a private event. Yeah, so there's no video.
Mine hurts though. Mine hurts though.
Fight a week later in Bowling Green. There is a video. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna send it to you. Can you know where we're talking?
Can you do what we're talking? I wouldn't risk it.
Huh?
Don't risk it, bro. I'll wait.
No, what I'm saying is the video of me fighting that dude. Is there a way I can do that while we're sitting here talking? And hey, look, Luke, you can bring that shit up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me
just send Luke the link because I'm not sure how to do any of that stuff yet.
Here's this thing up in the top right hand corner of the screen I'm looking at. I'll put done and then try to send Luke the link and I'll come back.
Yeah, no worries. So what have we got up here? What have we got up here?
So I was trying to figure a way to get around going between the phone. All right. Can you see it on your screen?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. It's a little bit small, but yeah.
All right. There's a picture here. Put this up like this. I've been working on it for a couple hours because there's a lot of text.
Mm.
And it's got to fit on the back of a card. Not done yet, but so by screen sharing, I can switch from the camera, right? If I wanted to show you something.
Hey, what's going on? I
believe so.
Here for a while. What's going on?
And I wouldn't be stuck to the.
Luke's just showing us something that he was putting together.
I wouldn't be stuck to the webcam, because that's on the.
Ah, yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's on the computer. So pulling up Kelly's thing. Let's see here.
Look at my jiggly titties, Luke. You know what? I didn't put fitness and nutrition together with fighting. Never did. But here's the thing.
Come later.
I was fighting. I was doing 2-a-days. I'd get up in the morning, lift, and then go to the gym at night and train fighting. But my diet was shit the whole time, man. And it wasn't until I got fighting took away from me that I really delved into fighting like that, or getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? Over there.
I was trying to get the video up. You said that the fighting gave you discipline to stick to your diet, or no?
No, so like when I was actually fighting, I was doing 2-a-days. I would wake up in the morning, I'd lift weights, and I'd go to the gym at night and train. But I never adjusted my eating style, so I looked like a piece of shit. But it wasn't until fighting got took away from me that I really focused on diet and shit. So when I was fighting, even though the guy that was fighting could beat the guy that was in shape's ass, I didn't get that shit together until after. But no shit. I looked like shit when I was fighting most of the time. But that guy, the dude that was in the best shape I've ever been in, ass and heartbeat. If that makes sense.
Because you train so much.
Yeah, I mean, I was always in the gym. Now, granted, I wasn't eating right for vanity, but I was in shape and I could go.
Are you bringing that up because you think I'm judging you or something, or you just want?
No. Bring what? Hold on.
I mean, I have a focus on that as
no.
Brand,
I was just saying, like, if you look at you've seen some
free country, right?
Pictures. James posted where I'm in really good shape, and you look at me when I'm fighting, and I don't really look in shape. But the thing is like, no, I was just making a.
But look at Tank Abbott. He was obviously pretty fit. You don't always.
Dude, they say you bench, 400 to 500 pounds.
600.
What it was?
Wow.
That's crazy.
600.
The legend.
That's a lot of fucking weight.
And
you
he was pretty. Even though he copped shit, he was pretty fit. He was pretty fit as well. Like, he didn't look fit, but he was, for his size, he was actually pretty fit.
Well, they were all training. They were all doing that fucking Huntington Beach shit, and they were basically glorified bouncers. I think they were all fucking. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know the history behind it, but it looked something similar to that. Because like, look when Tank Abbott knocked out the Hawaiian dude, and what he's celebrating. I could just see that with him and 2 other dudes outside the bar.
I remember that.
After he knocked a dude out or something.
He's someone that loved it for sure. He loved the violence.
Hey, so what are we doing with that, Luke? That's the dude I fought right there.
You're facing the camera?
No. Yeah, I'm facing the camera. Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. It's a loud one. Hey, but I'll tell you what, man.
Let me pause this for 1 second.
There's this chick, and she's got really shiny brown hair about down to her chin. And I saw her when I got in the ring. I was like, damn, she's just gorgeous. But she's also drunk as shit. But hey, during the fight, man, I could not help but pay attention to her several times. But anyway, that's it.
All right, let's have a look.
Okay, this didn't want to have an echo. Here we go. You probably can't hear that at all, huh?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. That's you facing the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here I go. I lock his leg down, and then just go under our underhooks, and it just stops everything. When you train it, I think that was.
How brutal is this? I don't like gore, bro.
Huh?
How brutal is this?
How brutal what?
You gonna ground and pound this guy with your elbow?
No, I tried, but watch, dude. He's a bigger dude. Like, I was 217, he was 253. He used every bit 253 to keep me from doing any damage here. And then Gary stood us up, and the crowd thought that was great. And you watch my corner, Scott and Mike. Mike knew what I could do. Scott didn't, But he was like, do this. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm fucking doing. I straightened my knee pad up and did what I want to do in the first place. And the athletic commission told me, it's like, hey, take him to the ground. I'm like, no, I don't give a shit if he used to box or not. I want to fucking knock him out. So anyway.
This guy?
Yeah. So
what is he doing? He's chewing on his mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's run out of breath. And look, I'm getting ready to cover his mouth in a minute, just because he's not giving me no space to do any damage. He's got a hold of me like a crab or some shit. So I just start doing, fucking.
That's a famous judge.
Covering his mouth. Look, I'm going to cover his mouth. Fuck it. Give me some space. Let go of me.
What?
Yeah. So, but then we get
went out for a second. It's a famous ref from UFC.
Yeah.
Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Who's this guy? He looks like a fighter that I've seen. Oh, long jab.
Oh,
Oh, bro,
big
you
one.
about to do the you about to do the
Pride
pro
rules.
wrestling
That was his no, that was his town, man. It wasn't supposed to happen.
cross
He
hook.
said I
Man.
took that fight on short notice. And yeah, they just thought he was gonna beat my ass or something. But that didn't happen. And then Mike's telling me to go give respect. I'm like, yeah, I got you, man. So
Good job.
You would have heard him.
well, you know,
He's lucky the ref
hey,
stopped
you
it.
know that knife edge, you know, if their jaw's just totally exposed, you just go down that knife edge across their fucking jaw, and that it's like decapitating a snake, man. You just go down like that, and it shuts all senses off. It creates such a bubble in the jugular that it shuts everything off. So that's the next thing I'll do, and Gary stopped me from doing that. So he's smart as shit, man. And his hand was ripped up that night because he had helped take down a somebody.
He's a big lad. He's
Huh?
a big lad. He's a big guy.
They call
He's
him the
fairly
Mini
solid.
Brock. Remember that? The Mini
Yo,
Brock.
Yeah, he looked big.
slide cross hook, man, straight out of the book. I gotta see that again. I'm gonna say you did a slide cross hook.
What's that?
Do you mind?
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
I'm fine with it. Yeah. I like watching this shit. My boy won't watch it. I don't know if it's
Oh, true.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I like to do, man. For the lads, analyze fights
Yeah.
and footage. Doesn't have to be fights. Could be anything.
hey, I got a fight where I fought a judo guy. He was like a judo brown or black belt, and the whole process for the fight was 2-3 to keep him away from me, right? So I landed one, I threw him a 2, and
Slide,
landed 2,
cross
and
hook.
landed 3.
Oh,
2-3, man. It's always 2-3 with me.
Wow.
You really got all your body weight behind them.
What's the move
Yeah,
in
like,
pro wrestling when you drop on the guy and you like shake your arms back and forth and you drop on him with your elbow? Is it called the elbow drop?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were about to do that, bro.
No, I was going to do this.
People's elbow?
No, this right here, the knife edge, man. The rich hand knife edge, right across the jaw. Yeah.
That's what you got him with, right?
No, I hit him with the 2-3, but when he landed on the ground, he just like posed like that. I was like, I'm going to do this across his jaw, and that's when Gary stopped.
Let me look at this in slow mo.
So I jabbed him just to see what I was going to do. And you can't hear it, but his corner's saying, get your hands up, get your hands up.
Okay, so this is the
And
slide
he's not
step.
doing that.
Slide step.
Yeah, he's not doing that. And then 2, 3. But then when he landed, I was like, knife edge. But then Gary stopped.
Good stuff.
Gary's cool as shit, man. I you know.
What's the knife edge now?
Huh?
You put your hands together?
Say what?
You putting your hands together?
For a knife edge? No. You just take your hand right, and it's all, you know, just like which hand, tuck the thumb, you know, and you want to hit it like right here, rich hand, right across the jaw.
From
like,
this position.
Yeah. See the way his head popped back? So I just come down like this, right across his fucking shit.
I think you got to do it slower because your camera keeps skipping. Just like hold the position.
Yeah, still there.
Compared to what we're looking at.
And then you want to go right across his jawline. But, like I said, Gary stops me.
Right across his jawline. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of a
Anyway,
hammer
when he hit,
fist.
his head went back, he opened up. So then you just go, like I said, you just right there. jugular, you create such a pocket of air into the jugular, it's going to shut all the fucking senses off.
I still don't see it, bro, because it looks like you're about to do a hammer fist.
Well, yeah. I just know what I wanted to do, but didn't get to do it. But yeah, it looks like
a finisher.
That's how you like I said, But
oh, so is it the reverse angle of a hammer fist? Or is it like a hammer fist, just your hands open?
no, so same motion, right? So imagine you're going hammer fist, right? You're gonna go up and come down with it, right? Hammer fist.
Okay.
But it's not hammer fist. It's ridge hand karate style. Fucking.
Bro, a judo chop? You were gonna do a falling judo chop on him?
No, just like I said, he fell down. His head rocked back. I was just gonna go across his fucking jaw with that side of my hand.
I thought you said the ridge hand. You're saying the hammer fist, the pinky side.
Say what?
The pinky side you're hitting with?
Yeah. You right there?
Almost like what they do with the board breaking.
Yes, pretty much. It's just a solid.
Oh my
hit.
god!
Yeah.
You would have killed him.
No.
In the neck?
It just knocked him out. It wouldn't have killed him.
Well, lucky for him, he didn't find out.
Copeland is an amazing referee, so it didn't happen. So
definitely. I mean,
if I had killed him, that would have fucking sucked.
He saved them from a further beating. I like the slide cross hook.
Yeah, it was good. You really got all your body weight in them, like
the
overhand, and then as you shifted onto your lead foot, you really got all your weight onto the second shot as well. So,
if you ever watch, maybe I don't know, I did it then because I trained with Aaron Basil from Four Seasons, and he actually, I want to train with him on the ground game, but he got a hold of some of my knockouts and broke them down for me and showed me some stuff. So now I try to throw. Anytime I throw my right hand, I try to make sure my left foot is off the ground. And there's a drill for that. Like, extend your right arm against like a brick wall, right? And then take your left foot off the ground. And then release your right arm and your foot will hit. So the way you want to throw a right hand is, you throw it as your foot's in the air. And before it lands, your right hand makes contact. That means every bit of your weight you're carrying or ass you got is going to be behind that fucking right hand. So step, make contact with the right hand, the left foot comes down. That's the proper technique. You want to get every bit of the ass you got behind a punch. That's how to fucking do it. But Aaron Basil showed me that shit. But,
I could definitely agree, but at the same time, it's risky because you're now on 1 foot. So if he slips or something,
it's not a big step, James. It's a little. It's like a jab, like a little jab step where you step out and jab. It's a quick step. It's not you're not gonna be in a vulnerable position for any time whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little jab step, and you're not in a bad position. It's not like you're standing there and shit. It's a good little punch. But Aaron Basil showed me that 4 Seasons. I got to do the Luke thing. So
you do what you need to do, man.
How much time we got? How much time we got?
However long, however long we go for.
I'm down with whatever. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. Too easy. All right, Master Lukey, what are you going to show us?
Are you looking at my YouTube?
Yeah. What are you going to play for us, mate?
Trying to find a footwork drill.
Oh, yeah.
Not this one though.
You got a few up on our YouTube channel that you sent us that I've posted up. If you want to grab any of them,
Oh,
yeah,
talk to me.
yeah, that could be easier to find.
So, for the lads,
Yeah,
I think this one.
this one.
Keep it Ohio. If that's even saying y'all fucking that. What's going on? What's the shared screen? What is this? Yo, you might hear me?
Yeah, all good. Luke's gonna
What's going
post up some footwork drills.
Say what?
Luke's gonna post up some footwork stuff.
I'm showing you the UFC gym.
All right. My buddy Josh coached there for quite some time, I think. And I guess he was in real estate. He was on one of the later seasons of the Ultimate Fighter. Got pretty well established there. Coached at Extreme Couture, I think, and got into real estate. His wife was also in real estate. And now they're back in Indiana. The funny thing is, in the town I grew up in, which I'm down in Kentucky. That's the town I grew up in, so that's kind of crazy. But that's where they're at doing real estate now. After being, and he's doing a really good job with Hoosier MMA, the gym, and get classes going and interest shown in that style. And he, he's, I don't know if he's a black belt or brown belt. Either way, he knows his shit.
So, if you could see, my feet are not getting closer than shoulder width.
It's not playing yet.
Oh, it's not showing it?
Hold up.
No, it's not
What the
showing.
fuck did you say?
Hold on a
About
second.
your feet not getting closer to the shoulder width?
I might be
No,
sharing the wrong
it's
thing. My bad, guys.
no, all good.
When I switch, I gotta delete the old one. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it.
All right.
Oh, I got a motion technical
All right.
front door. You hear me?
Yeah, you.
I gotta check my camera real quick. Okay?
Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, no worries.
See the cage?
Yeah.
You see the girl?
Yep.
Coach Ariel. Coach Ariel is the. She's probably the best trainer there as far as martial artists go. I think she served in the military. No, not served in the military. I think she did Krav Maga.
Yeah, she's one that I've seen in a couple of your videos. Yeah,
Hey, am I back?
you training
Makes sense
together.
for this.
Did I even go away?
These kids are getting yelled at anyway by the
Am I?
coach. What's up, Kelly?
Yeah,
Oh, can y'all hear me?
yeah, all good.
Sorry, I was checking something. All right.
All good. No
Hey,
drama.
listen to him yell.
What are we talking
He's
about?
saying we do not tolerate gossip.
What? What the fuck are we watching here? What is this?
Here we go.
Footwork drill.
So now
Look
you
wants to
can
show.
see her
So far
feet,
away,
right?
man.
Her feet are
Shit, man. I can't see that, Luke.
going.
Shit, man.
No, here we go. She's
Pretty
coming.
far
Ready? First is
Huh?
me.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now mine aren't going too. They're not going further closer than shoulder width. Hers. You see how they're getting closer?
Yeah.
So, in terms of fighting, the 100-point system, you could think of things like footwork on a scale of 1 to 100, and
Mm,
right. So
mm,
you have this idea of a digital, I don't know, camera or program, whatever, where you're it looks at your body and measures distances, like how far apart your shoulders are and how far apart your feet are and stuff, and it can calculate for every person the by motion sensor and capture or whatever.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can't do it now with a phone, but in the
What
future,
y'all
phones
doing,
could.
man? Are y'all even
Okay,
sparring or what's happening there?
so we're just saying that, if you're striving for a so-called perfect score in your training,
Yeah.
and you could use the idea of a digital scoring system. It gives you a framework
No,
for
but this
even
video
something.
we're watching, man, what's happening here?
So the
Y'all just
footwork.
like standing around each other like dope dough and shit.
Yep.
It,
Oh, okay.
The score in this case, what I'm explaining to you is that
Yeah.
it can measure the distance between your shoulders and
Yeah.
compare that to the distance between your feet when you're shuffling. So
Okay.
the idea is that you don't let your feet get closer than shoulder width on your side step, because if you do it like that, you're always in the proper position for striking.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like I teach in boxing, like, I coach the basics. I ain't I ain't whatever. But the biggest thing is, like I always tell people, is that, like, the direction you go, that foot goes first. If you go left, or if you go, you step forward, your left foot goes first. If you go back, your right foot, left, right, everything like that. The biggest thing is to not cross up your feet. So this makes sense. I get this.
Nice. This is a
What's that
fun drill.
background noise? What the fuck's that background noise? What is that?
The
Oh, that's the training?
yeah, Sister Shine.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a fun drill. The paddles. You ever hold paddles?
Yeah,
Uh,
I find them very hard to do. Like I'm used to more the normal focus mitts. I find the paddles kind of
I mean, ain't the
a little bit
point of the
awkward, but
paddles
it's
to
just
fucking
because
have them kick them out of your fucking hands or something?
I've only used them in a boxing gym, but I've only ever used them once, and I found them awkward just because I'd never used them before.
Ah,
We're talking
uh,
about the TKO paddles, the weird shit.
They're like ping pong paddles, but you use them to punch.
yeah, yeah.
What?
You saw the ping pong paddle size,
Like
definitely.
mitts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So they're
I
like
work mitts all
focus
the
mitts,
time.
but
I got
they're
the
paddles.
Tidal Panther micro mitts. That's what I use.
Oh, micro mitts, huh? You hold with those?
More sharpshooter-ish, but I still, depend on the education of the fighter I'm working with. Depends on how far I reach.
Your jab's still real crisp there, Luke.
Uh,
Hey, I'll be
we,
honest with you, I cannot see that. That is so small.
we, what we're working on is an exercise. If you
Yeah.
think of it as an exercise,
Okay. I
and you
see.
don't even need a paddle, you don't even
So,
need a partner.
are you holding one of the pads?
These are the paddles, yeah,
Is that one of the TKO pads?
definitely.
Taps against
Not
yourself.
the Taekwondo ones that clap. Those are awesome too.
Oh, okay.
I like those.
I just can't see. I'm sorry.
I like busting out the paddles with students and making jokes. Like I don't usually take these out till Saturday. Heyo. But it's called the jab drill, Kelly.
Gotcha.
It's a one as an exercise.
Yeah.
You go one jab, and then your partner goes to touch your knee for MMA, and you slide step, which is backwards,
Yep.
until you step with your back leg first. Yeah, simple things that a beginner like you said might cross up. They might cross themselves up.
Hey, so is this recent, Luke? You still training, brother?
This was about 2 or 3 months ago. I got kicked out of the gym.
Hey, that's way more reason for me, brother. So I have respect, man.
So they ended up kicking you out for training together.
Yeah, see, I think it happens right here, actually.
What?
Serious?
Why the
Let's see if
fuck
this is
did
the
you
one.
kicked out? What are you talking about?
Because you're not
I
allowed
was
to train
training
people.
because I trained with her twice. I trained with her twice. I don't think this is the one because the other one we did more grappling. This one we did more kicking.
So what? Where are you kicked out of?
This is the UFC gym.
In where?
Well, I live in New
York?
York,
Okay, gotcha. All right.
and it's a suburb,
That's
Manhattan.
cool. I was just curious about the area we was talking about. I ain't asking for specific details and shit, but that's crazy, especially being a veteran,
Right?
like it's like the army kind of.
That's bullshit.
So,
Fucked up.
yeah, it is this video actually. Tuesday till Thursday to the Cleveland. Maybe. Anyway, because of my experience, what I was saying about Ariel, as a compliment to her, she's amazing trainer and experienced. She's obviously in great shape. You could see, look at how ripped she is.
Mm.
Like, even though she doesn't have fights, she's legit. But she's been training for so long. And even with somebody like her, I'm running the workout because it's a martial arts gym, and I just have more experience. It's like she deferred to me. I didn't say like, "Oh, we have to do it my way." She's like, "Oh, I want to take your class." I said, "Well, I'm not actually going to be working here, but I'd love to work out with you, because I think it's awesome." So
That's the gimmick is that it was her gym. You went in there, you paid the fee to get in, but then you was doing instruction in their gym, and it went against their doctrine. Got you?
Yeah.
the guy said that if anybody gets hurt, even though what I do is safer than anything, I don't do any head contact. I
No,
don't
but
teach submissions.
is that the gist I'm getting here? Is you went into a gym that affiliated with something, and
Basically, if you got a membership,
gym time, going there.
yeah, if you got a membership,
I'm fine with. I'm not. Hang on. I'm just trying to get the story. That's what
it's
happened.
just if you got a membership there to train class, to be like training together and getting instructions from someone else, you can't do that. You can only do that with their pre-approved.
That's why I was picking up on. I was just curious.
You're not allowed to train anyone.
I get it.
Which is what they're saying. Yeah, which is what Luke's saying.
They don't even.
But that, you think they would make an exception, especially for you? You know what I mean? Like a UFC veteran.
Hey, so was this a UFC gym?
This is called UFC gym. Yeah, it's not like
So that's the thing. Like, dude,
Luke fought in the UFC.
Consider the whole UFC scene is like an army of people have been through and fought wars, right?
Yeah.
You were in it, so you're a veteran of the UFC. So for you to walk in a fucking gym and some motherfucker would be like, no, motherfucker, this motherfucker did that back in the day.
That's right. I would say that
that's why you work there now, motherfucker.
Yeah, you would have more experience than the trainers they have there. Like what's the
That's
problem?
what I'm saying. But
She
it's
is a
honor.
trainer.
They should have been something they posted and say, hey, UFC veteran Luke Kumo coming into the gym, come by and work with him. But now somebody fucking actually. Are you telling me somebody kicked you out of a fucking UFC gym?
For this,
it don't matter. So somebody kicked you out of UFC gym. Is what you're saying?
For this actual video, I
don't give a fuck. The point is they kicked you out. Dude, you were a fucking veteran, and some fucking dipshit that works somewhere that don't, all that they like the UFC now, but they ain't been following the UFC, and they don't know you're a fucking veteran, and they kicked a fucking UFC fucking veteran out of a fucking UFC gym. Fuck that shit, man. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. They want Luke to work there and then to make a profit from Luke. They don't want him to be able to train people and them not make a profit out of it.
He come out, we're working with some chick. Would you say you worked with her twice?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. continue the negotiations. If you want Luke to come there and work, that's fine. But don't do what you just did.
But where's the line though? So people can't go in there as friends and train together. Like, where's the line?
Hey,
called no open match.
I'm making a post on Facebook.
You're not even rolling though. You're just doing drills.
Look, UFC gym in New York kicks out UFC veteran Luke Kumo. I'm making a fucking post. Boycott this motherfucker right here.
Nice.
Hey, I'm dead serious, bro. That's fucked up. They did it. Like I said, you got new UFC fans that ain't paying homage to the old UFC. So somebody fucking did that shit. I'm pissed, man. I'm livid right now.
It's massively bullshit.
Clip this video because it's got a nice view of the gym.
Would you say clip it?
Yeah, you can just clip it right there and say, UFC, you're a loss, guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They wanted me to work there, and it's like...
Yeah, you said you were happy to take what they were offering. It's just they wanted to not only, if you were to train people, they want to cut, but they want intellectual property as well, which is fucking wild.
That was the two things. The split, which was actually 60 them, 40 to the trainer. I guess that's industry standard in a big box because they just pack your schedule.
They have the facility. That's the biggest thing. Is they have the facility. So
and I was willing for that, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, would you rather train in that's an amazing facility. But would you rather train in that amazing facility with some subpar trainer or train with Luke, UFC veteran, in a shed? I'd rather train with Luke.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Like I said,
that's the easy decision.
To me, I'm not talking shit here by no means. I'm saying, if Luke had the means, because I'd love to do several things with wrestling, boxing, shit like that. And actually, I do have the means to do something with boxing. I ain't mentioning that, but if Luke had the means, he would did it by now. So that came up. Now that wasn't like that's his only option, but the thing against me is the disrespect there by the fucking the fuck is that? The local staff, that they aren't familiar with old school fucking UFC and don't fucking know Luke, because Luke's name was popular on the show he was fucking on. Yeah. So if you're familiar with old school UFC, you know fucking Luke.
I mean, the staff are only going to do what they're told, though, right? So it's the staff are only going to do what they're told. So it's people that own it, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like I said, it's just the way it goes, like people that, like kids that like Disney now don't know nothing about the fucking classic cartoons, right?
There's kids that like Disney. Kids like Disney now. I don't think kids watch modern Disney. Like, how many franchises Disney killed recently?
I was working for a mental health place called Lord's Life. I ain't gonna say the rest of the name because they actually weren't good. A lot of people get into helping people with mental health to help them. Yeah. And there's people get into helping people with mental health that want to take advantage of it. And that was one of those companies. But anyway,
yeah, buddy.
There was this kid watching Sesame Street, and I have totally forgot what the fuck I was talking
about. The UFC, what now? I was looking on Facebook. 100,000 double bonus to Diego Lopes.
Yeah.
People that used to watch the UFC first, they've grown old with it, and now there's there's new fans coming on to it that don't know about the history of Luke Kumo and Junie Browning and names like that, So there's new fans that are starting familiar with the company,
Yeah. So you want to jump in on that one, eh? So the UFC
place in New York, I think it was a product of new fans, because they don't know the fucking history. Had they known what they fucking done, look, I'm telling you right now, I'm making a fucking post. And
well, I'll clip it later and I'll send it to you.
Look for this shit to semi-viral.
But he did you want to
Nice.
start? Do you want to start going through some of these topics that we've got here?
It's a lot of money. I guess the deal with IMG. What's the parent company now? IMG.
I can't remember, to be honest. Yeah,
What
something
are we
like
talking
that.
about now?
We're gonna
Well,
go through some of the topics.
Kind of
Yeah, well,
transition from UFC gym to UFC itself,
Yeah.
since this isn't really. It's a separate corporation, so they don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about who's UFC. It's all about who can bring business.
Mm.
They want you to sell private lessons, right? Because then they're making $50 an hour or $60 an hour, and
So talking about the gym thing?
No.
fuck those guys, right, Kelly?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
We'll talk about Canelo.
I was saying
Yeah.
the UFC parent company. I think it's WMG. That's what it is.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
TKO.
No.
Right.
The parent
And
company
you
is the
got
UFC.
fight of the night and knockout of the night, I guess.
Yeah.
Double bonus.
I kind of wishing that I skipped over the Canelo Crawford fight and just watched the UFC, man, because apparently it was really good.
You see old dude punch Diego in the back of the head? That's
the thing.
expulsion.
I missed it.
Expulsion on who he was. You know?
Did you guys get to see that main event?
Well, you see?
Yeah, the Diego Lopes fight.
Yeah, no, I saw like
that's-
that. I saw Diego won. I think he ground and pounded him up in his cage, some shit. But the thing was, apparently, I saw a little sequence up against the cage where Diego threw a spinning back elbow, and apparently it fucking landed because the dude he was fighting dropped. Yeah. But then
he knocked him out
when they went to him after the fight had been stopped, he was leaking like a faucet. They said that, leaking like a faucet. But he jumped up and tried to hit Diego and actually made contact with Diego in the back of the head. So from talk about UFC history, that's immediate expulsion. That's it.
Did you get to see the fight, Luke?
You're saying the guy who Diego Lopes knocked out with a spinning elbow, Silva, ran after him after the fight, after he got up and punched him in the back of the head?
No, I don't think he said that. He said when he went down, he hit him on the back of the head.
No. The fight was over for quite some time. And they had the guy that Diego was fighting up against the cage, and he was leaking. They was trying to stop that leaking, and Diego got close for whatever reason. I don't know the angle. I don't think he's trying to go over and give him respect or shit, whatever. But Diego went over the corner, and the dude come up from, kneeling up against the cage, leaking like a faucet, to coming up and punching Diego in the back of the head with a left, jab.
Bro,
that's what
we'll get
ain't no fucking little pity patty shit. It's a legit expulsion if that's what that was.
We probably can't watch this because it's copyright.
It's okay. Just post it up. It'll be fine.
Are you checking out the finish, Luke?
Because on the live stream it won't matter, and if it matters on the re-upload, I'll just cut that bit out. So if you've got it.
We can just get us talking about it, Get that shit out. Get the video out, get us talking about it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Fucking, why got Luke got so much control over what we're watching?
Because Luke knows how to do it, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, oh damn, there's some porn.
Oh shit, it's on fucking slow-mo still.
Yeah.
You didn't notice that, or you just?
Yeah, I did. I was just about to say something.
George Gurgel.
Yeah. Nice.
Huh? What the fuck are we watching?
Who's that guy in the middle? George Gurgel. Tough vet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Glasses on. Hold up. Oh, Georgia got his school in Cincinnati. He's got some affiliates. He's actually got one in Nicholasville now. That was actually become a black belt under my coach. and then went off and started a new gym. And
What is he
decided
speaking?
to, what?
He's translating.
He's speaking what? Spanish?
No,
Hold up.
Portuguese.
Is this Diego's coach?
Diego
George?
is
Here we
speaking
are. Here we are.
Spanish?
Here we are.
I mean,
Yeah,
Diego is
that went.
Portuguese.
Yeah, I remember that. He sliced him with that shit. Sliced him wide open. Wait till you see the aftermath. After he gets ready to touch him.
Oh, look at the
Hold up.
blood.
He sliced him open. Wait, here it comes. Here it comes. Should come. No, what? No, it's not
So
showing
hold
the
on.
video, man.
He
Hey, Diego sliced him wide open with that fucking elbow. You hear me?
Yeah. George Gazelle, he was in season 2 as well, right? Was he 2 or 3? I can't.
yo.
I remember he was in there, but I just know now that he has a gym up in Cincinnati. And like I said, the thing gets me.
Here you go.
Like,
He's talking about after the fight. Listen.
Look at the mat and then him. Here goes.
Oh my God,
right
the
there.
blood.
Tem níveis, né? Mas também tem níveis de emoções. Que você
Wow.
controlou suas emoções antes da luta, depois da luta ganhou, mas
Look
depois
at
His head looks caved in.
e você pulou
Holy
na
fuck, that is
na
disgusting.
cage e deu uns cotocos pra galera. Quer saber quem
He
foi?
looks pretty stoked about it though.
Então, explica isso aí, como é que foi?
I think it's a lot of things. No, this guy talking a lot in the
What the
fight.
fuck?
I'm so calm. I'm not talking.
Hold on a minute.
I'm talking.
Why
to
is
everyone.
George speaking Spanish and this dude speaks American? What does this chick just speak? Are they in Mexico?
Another page. This guy commented.
It sounded like George was saying Portuguese to him.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Like this.
Yeah.
I understand.
And he's
but,
answering
after
in English.
The secret moved me. The Gian had hit me in the back of my head.
But he's
So
from
so what
Brazil?
happened is, I don't know. After they,
Yeah, he is. So it must be easier for him to.
He's training in a state
Diego
somewhere.
Lopes is from Brazil?
And here's the
Yeah.
thing, if George Brazil's in his corner, he's probably up in fucking Ohio somewhere. He should be Cincinnati. He's training George.
I think this is
I don't know if he trains with George.
Nah, he's just helping her translate.
For your training partners.
Well, what's he fucking translating, man? This dude's speaking English.
Yeah, but it's he might be able to speak English, but it's
I don't know,
easier
man.
for someone to translate to him, and then he can reiterate it.
The coachman put Vaseline in me.
Look at
I
that.
listen this guy tells like, oh Diego, Jean kill you, they kill you, you lost now. I mean listen this, but
Oh,
this guy
okay.
now is like, okay, como que esqueceram disso agora.
Forget about this.
Yeah, this guy forget about this now, you know, but I never forget this.
You'll never forget it, but something to
What?
take your mind off of, maybe a little bit of a heavy moment. You won 2 bonuses. Did you?
Pra tirar a cabeça das emoções, você ganhou 2
What
bônus
the
no dia
fuck?
2, meu
Hold
irmão.
up, man.
He's
Yeah, I
translating to
told
him
them
in
it's like
Portuguese.
How the fuck is she speaking
I
American?
thought he was from Mexico. I'm racist today, I guess. I don't know.
Hold up.
Why did I think he was from
This
Mexico?
is my team. This is my team. No, this is my team.
I mean,
This is,
they're both
here's the
south, I
thing,
guess,
though.
south of the border.
So she says the question in American.
Like I'm so happy for this. I'm so happy.
George says it in Puerto
I know
Rican.
my coach loves the
And the
motorcycle.
fighter
Maybe
answers it in
I
American.
want motorcycle
What
here.
in the fuck is
The
going
crowd is
on
going
here,
crazy
man?
for you.
That
Everybody
makes no
is singing
sense.
your praises.
Here we go.
And even online right now, people are calling for that to, be a candidate for fight of the year. So maybe 2 bonuses and fight of the year. And who knows, maybe soon enough, another shot for the title. I know that's on your mind as well. Diego, congratulations to you. Amazing performance.
Good job, George Gurgel.
George,
Still
dude, I
remember.
don't know what the fuck just happened. That was the most fucked up shit I ever saw in my life. How
Did you
the
see
fuck-
the Did you see the Gable Steveson? So he had his first UFC,
I
his
saw
first
the
MMA
finish,
fight.
which
Yeah, in the UFC.
yeah, I saw.
Freestyle
UFC?
gold medalist. Yeah. So he had his first MMA fight in the UFC.
What?
Yeah, on that card.
Can we watch that?
Yeah, see if you can find that finish.
No
I seen-
way. That was last
Yeah.
night?
Yeah,
It was typical. What you would think would happen is Gable Steveson got the ankle pick and then just rained hell from above. So
he's going to be a legit contender in the future.
yeah, if he gets, because here's the thing, he's a big guy. So if he learns to throw hands right, that big back muscle and being not tall, but not short, and just having that center of gravity, he can be a knockout force. Coupled with the fact that he's a fucking Olympic gold medal fucking wrestler, and you ain't gonna get near him and put him on the ground, so you're gonna get fucking punched in the fucking face. So once he
could possibly
that down,
be a dominant champion.
He needs to really, hey, you know what? He should seek out a fucking Freddie. George did it. George St. Pierre seeked out Freddie, Andre Arlovsky. Go out and see Freddie Roach at Wild Cards. That'd be, that'd make tons of sense.
I don't see it on Reddit.
If you just type in his name, Gable Steveson.
All right, but Kelly's saying it's boring, so let's move to Conor.
The finish wasn't boring. It was impressive.
Yeah. I don't want to see anybody get grounded and pounded into unconsciousness.
Well, then you don't want to see that.
Exactly. What?
It wasn't unconscious.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Inability to fucking do anything.
It did fuck him up, though.
Yeah.
It was good. So impressive, But he could end up being a real force in that heavyweight division.
Oh, yeah. True heavyweight? What do you weigh in?
Did any of you...
Dude, Hey, and he did the WWE thing and left there because he wanted to do the real competing thing. So he's got a lot of potential.
Dana White wants Conor McGregor to headline the UFC White House event.
Gable Steveson versus Conor McGregor.
What? No, but anyway, no. I'm going to tell you this right here. Dana White would not put the potential for a card on the shoulders of Conor McGregor because he's just
apparently that's what he's going to do.
No, he's not. You're
going off what Dana said himself.
Man, there's just
and then he's going to run for president of Ireland.
Too many shadows around Conor to
that's what he's.
So.
Yeah, Elon Musk just confirmed that he offered Conor McGregor financial support to help him win the presidential election in Ireland. Conor McGregor respectfully declined.
It doesn't make sense. You got to be careful of disinformation right now because we've been going through some shit. So,
but so what is he going to fight the White House and he's also going to be Ireland president? Like, how's that going to? He ain't going to win president. I like McGregor, but he ain't going to win president.
We've all followed Conor, and like I said, we know his shadows or his skeletons, what you want to call them, and he's just not going to get elected to public office, even though Ireland is in shambles right now.
He'll make a bit of noise, though. But he won't win anything.
Well, he's got the money to do it, but it'd be a waste of money because it's not going to happen. And then, that the fact that, somebody said that, Dana said, Conor's going to headline it. No, because once again, his shadows and his demons, and it's all trackable online. I would not take a chance to put somebody like that on the card.
Apparently that's what he's looking to put at the main event.
Oh, man.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what
happens. That's Dana's words because they were talking. What happened, right, is they were talking about Jones, and Jones apologized for how all the Aspinall thing went down, and then Dana said that he's still not going to put Jones on the he's not going to put him on the card, he needs someone reliable to be on the main event for that card. And then he said that Conor's that guy.
No, he's not.
I'm just telling you what he said, man. I'm just telling you what he said.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes it feels like we're living in an alternate reality lately anyway, so fucking who knows what's going to happen.
Alternate.
We could have a World War III. We could have a World War III before this card even kicks off anyway. So who knows? Anything's possible at this point, man.
I will say this, James. I will say this. The mood is shifting over here in the States.
Oh yeah, justifiably so.
Yeah. So it's awful. We'll see. Pray to God, man.
Yeah. Yep, I was pretty fucking mad. I'll tell you right now. But we don't need to get into too much of that. But yeah, I was pretty fucking mad.
Yeah, we'll get tagged.
Yeah.
I like to say that
I'm gonna send what?
it'd be a toss-up in my mind. What's more likely? McGregor match to be a work, or recent news of people being, what's the word? Assassinated. It's a false flag, just like the McGregor match is a work. Calling it now.
In what way? What do you mean? So they can? I don't think that. I think that it's just what it is, right? Is there's been too many people in the news pushing for political division for too long, and it radicalizes people. Just look online. How many fucking people are laughing about it? They want they want people dead. And they say it. People on there saying that his family needs to die and that as well. They don't care anymore. The division in America, you don't have to. There's nothing to pretend anymore. There's a divide and lines have been drawn, and time for debate is over. There's no debate left.
Just fight it out in the cage for all the
Yeah,
marbles.
well, that'd be the best way to go, in my opinion.
Nation versus nation.
But as far as
In the
McGregor being in the work, McGregor, if they would have worked in the McGregor matches, they would have worked his last few. They definitely wanted him to win them, and he lost. So I think whoever he comes back and fights, he will lose. I think Prime McGregor is like all time, for 145. But his best days are over. I'm not saying he's still a bad man. He could still fuck people up, but his days of being an elite world caliber fighter are over. They're done now. In my opinion.
It's a show anyway. He's probably gonna fight Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
He's not fighting for the BMF.
I don't think he beats Chandler though either. I think Chandler beats him.
Who's BMF right now?
It's
Max.
Fucking Max.
Conor
Yeah.
Max
versus Conor for the BMF.
I think that'd actually be a good idea, and I think Max pieces him up. But I think that's a good idea.
He's been more.
If you're gonna main event him, it can't be him versus some guy that they import off the off the lower leagues just for that one fight. Like, he has to fight someone like legit if he's going to be in the main event. So I think Max versus him would, if he's going to do it, him versus Max for the BMF, because it has to be. That's another thing. Dana always says if it's a main event, it has to be for a title. So that's actually a really good point.
Yo, the title.
Yeah, Master Lukey just working it out behind.
I was at the first BMF match.
Oh, true.
Yeah, Trump was there. I was actually worried because I was like, damn, speaking of political climate, like people, I was like, it's in a public place, Madison Square Garden. But
at least it's an event inside a venue, you know what I mean? And a lot of these things now are going to have to be indoors, unfortunately. But that again, the White House one, exactly. That's not going to be in a venue. But I would imagine the you could only imagine how much Secret Service and fucking all that sort of shit's going to be there. So it's going to have to, unfortunately.
Planes flying over.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be wild.
definitely. But we're living in wild times now, man.
Who's the guys? Is it Machida and Liddell? Maybe the pit. They have a mat, like I guess it's a circle, not an octagon, but it's like outdoors, but it has a roof. But like the mats go to the edge of the circle, and like there's like windows, but not glass windows. They're just open. You ever see that? Is it Chuck Liddell or Machida? It's like an outdoor. It's like they're like outdoors in the forest, training under this
Oh,
on this
training.
mat. Yeah, it's like a mat area, but it's like a gazebo almost. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I know what you're saying.
I
But
think it's Chuck Liddell. I don't. I want to say Chuck.
yeah, I think that vaguely. This is from a few years ago, though, right? Like back in the day when he was competing.
Chuck Liddell outdoor gym. Let's start with that.
What the fuck are we watching now?
Prime for prime, Machida and Chuck. That'd be an interesting fight.
Prime Machida Chuck. That never happened, huh? Karate guys
No,
facing each other.
they're different.
No, Machida come.
Different generations, but I think that'd be an interesting fight.
I think you're right. Yeah, Kempo versus actual karate. Yeah.
I would bet on that fight to not go the distance.
I think that would be the smart money. They've both got that, like, even though they're very different, they've got some very similar aspects. As in,
Hey,
like,
Luke, I sent you another link, brother.
Okay.
They're
my shortest fight there. But,
yeah, they're both got like really good footwork, but and they're hard to hit, but they don't move their head much. Do you notice that?
They
With
fire
both of them?
It's karate.
Yeah.
Stance to Kempo and karate, which is a big clash, which is a few different things going different ways that could, But Kempo and karate is, pretty similar, I think, as far as like martial arts, not too far apart.
It is karate, no?
Yeah, pretty much, I think. Isn't that form of karate, like Kempo karate? Not just Kempo, Kempo karate? Huh?
John Ackerman.
Look. There we are. Yeah, you're right. I do remember this.
What was it? We're watching.
Bro. Yo, the paddle. Ackerman approved. Oh. Chuck Liddell's not a high kicker.
UFC fighting, pride fighting.
He did it to Babalu, though, I guess.
Yeah, he did. But Pablo did kind of lean down into that.
Yeah, those are dope Century gloves, but they don't have a thumb. I tried those. I tried every glove, basically. Oh, hey. How cool is that?
You better learn how to defend it.
They're outdoors, but in a cage.
In a real life fight, you gotta hope for the best and train for the
They should have pads, though. I don't know why you got a cage. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Looks like they're just going through the motions for some kind of fucking might have been hyping up a fight or some shit, The pit.
Tap out shorts.
Hey, that's kind of funny. The boxing gym I started at was called Patty's Pit. The guy that owned it, he was a 155-pound champion in the Navy. His name was Dwight Paget. So we fought in Patty's Pit.
Patty's what?
Patty's Pit.
Pit. Oh.
Yeah. That's what the name of the gym I fought at when I started boxing at 11.
Yo. You're a pit fighter, bro. Just like
No. It was amateur boxing, but the guy that owned the gym was named Dwight Paget, and when he was in the Navy, he was the 155-pound champ.
Bro.
That's who coached us, and he was like 75, 80 when he was coaching us, man. And was in brick at the time. We come into the gym, and there was a wood burner stove, and he always had that switch on, and the gym was already hot, even in the wintertime. In the summertime, we'd have the doors open, but it was still hot, and just, but it was Dwight Paget, Patty's, PDDYS, Patty's Pit, what he called it.
I like that though. That's cool.
Who do you think would win, Patty versus John Hackleman, both in their primes, in an MMA, no grappling, only striking?
Are you talking about my coach?
Versus John Hackleman, both in their primes.
I don't want to do that. Hey, Luke, my coach passed away a couple years ago, and I don't even want to put him in a conversation like that, So
Fair enough. John Hackman was a beast. I remember Chuck and him. If I remember correctly,
Chuck's coach, John.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chuck and him.
He was so cool, man. I remember. He was like the level-headed dude of Chuck's corner. Chuck could get excited sometimes.
Yeah, because Chuck was in a different gym, and they had like a gym fight lined up between Chuck and John Hackleman, and John got the better of Chuck, and then Chuck went and trained. He left that gym and went and trained with John
in a fight.
Yeah.
Is that fight available to watch?
No, it was like in a gym. You know how they do it. Like they call people out and stuff like that, and then they were like, "Well, we'll give you our best guy." Chuck. I can't remember exactly how it all went down, but I do remember they had like a gym fight, and then Hackleman got the better of Chuck, and Chuck left his old gym, and then went to Hackleman's gym the very next day, which is. You got to love that about him, that's cool. Like that he would just go, hey, like you're the guy I need to train with.
You want to practice this. Boom.
Did that on a couple of people.
Did it to Diego Lopes did it.
Yeah. Nah, he was a spinning elbow though. Did any of you guys,
Hey. Remember back in the day, talk about tradition. Matt Serra got leveled by who was that, man?
Chuck Liddell.
No, he wasn't Trunks, It was like a lower weight class. Man, who was that dude, man?
Oh, Shawnee Carter. Shawnee Carter. You're thinking of Shawnee Carter.
Yes, Shawnee Carter, yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, he went across his face with his what was considered a knife in a lot of martial arts. And just leveled his fucking face like an iron, man. And that shit hurt. And Matt Serra was like, oh my God. And he just knew Shawnee Carter come around. And like I said, it just his blade went across every structure of his face in a minute and just leveled that shit out and caused all kinds of like epidermal damage. Like his nose was bleeding immediately.
And you were with them around that time, eh? Look. You would have been one of his main sparring partners for that fight.
What?
For the Shawnee Carter fight, you would have been one of his main sparring partners.
Oh, shit.
I can't take credit for that.
But, I mean, you were there around training with him at that time.
It was so early.
What's on the screen? What are we looking at?
It's got to be correct. I just can't, think of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, let's see. We could get into the 10-punch combo, but I'm going to... Best knockout ever.
Is that me? What is it?
Did any of you get a chance to see the Canelo Crawford fight?
Hell yeah. Dude, is that me? And that's video? What the fuck is that?
Did the Ali standing over him as he was knocked out? Somebody need to get that picture.
What's this?
Right here.
No. That what's on the screen right now? Can I see that shit?
Yeah. Make it as big as
We're just
possible.
gonna pull something up.
What the fuck?
Trying to get it.
Yeah, Canelo Crawford. Also,
Yeah.
I do not like Canelo. I've stayed that many times, and Bud fought a hell of a fight. And even right after the fight, one of the commentators there was like, "Yo, Bud ran and boxed." No, motherfucker.
He shut him down.
What you don't do is stand in front of Canelo, because that's where he's comfortable. Because he ain't put much work in. He's just gonna be tiny, hit you with inside shots and shit.
You can see that.
But didn't stay there.
Canelo is slowed down a little bit. But it's not even before this fight. In the last couple of fights, he's slowed down a little bit. But I still thought Canelo would get it done.
Well,
but,
yes, southpaw.
Good on Crawford for proving us wrong. Like, because that was a masterclass. He totally shut Canelo down. But he did it easily.
Decision, boxed perfectly. Stayed right inside, and if he landed a punch, he wasn't where he was when he landed it. When the counter come back, that's a big thing. Because he didn't stay in the same neighborhood to get caught. So he just made a small movement, got out of the way, and shit like that.
He was a beat off. Even when he does them rolls where he rolls right over. Like, even them, they were kind of a little bit slower than they used to be, and he was just getting clipped with things. But yeah, Crawford was good. So
he did a really good job.
Good on him.
Real close inside and protecting the right side of his body, because Canelo went to the right side of his body several times with body shots and hooks. And real tight. He knew he was going to absorb some of that stuff, and he did that. And when he did, he fired back with at least 1, 2, 3 punches, and that's what won that fucking fight.
I really wanted Canelo to win, so it was hard for me to watch, to be honest.
So he counted him. Sounds good.
First Triple G and Canelo fight, all respect for him. If he was going to see that fight, I was like, man, come on, dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think,
so you watching this?
Triple G won the first fight.
Okay.
This is Kelly right here.
What's that? Oh yeah. Oh
yeah, knockout.
Yeah. Are we watching this?
Boss.
Yeah. So the dude was a high belt in judo, brown belt, black belt, and the point was not to get close to him, to keep him at bay with 2 and 3, and that was the whole fight plan was 2-3, 2-3, and the first 2-3, I missed with I hit him with a 2, missed him with a 3. Second shot, I missed him with 2, and him with the 3 with everything I fucking had. If he got up, and I didn't have enough money for him.
Yo,
Echo.
that picture right there.
I told the referee, I'm like, dude, he's out. So it should have been like 12 seconds. It was 14 seconds, because I told the ref, I'm like, look, man, he's done. And the ref's like, and I go to punch him again, and the dude started turtling up, and so.
You look like you're Nelson from The Simpsons going, ha ha.
Yeah, something like that, man.
Bruh.
All right, Lukey, you wanted to get into your 10 punch point system? Like, what do you want to elaborate what you were talking about before with that?
Yeah. Because as Kelly knows in pro wrestling, the referee will stop you at 10. If you get somebody on the turnbuckle, the crowd cheers 1, 2, 3, 4.
And play it out with pauses and shit. Yeah.
So I'm thinking of kids, right? Kids doing MMA.
I don't like it. I'll be honest. I'll go ahead and say that right out the gate. I do not like it.
I'm gonna share my screen again. Every time I do it, I gotta change.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that shit, man. Watching my boy wrestle was stressful enough. I couldn't imagine him going into a cage with this little kid and throwing punches and shit, And he tells him what fights he had and shit, but yeah, I don't think I could watch that.
Mm.
My dad's the same way.
I bet. It's just kind of a bad thing in you, man. Echo ones.
There's a commercial on this video.
Oh, good.
Skip it. So, I think education is key.
I'm down to 10%. I'm down with you. I'm listening.
If we
It's all
have,
good, brother.
it's on.
If we lose you, we lose you. We'll know what happened. But thanks for that, up.
Now said 10%, so I know how much time we got. But,
I think education is key. Now, it's not always pretty, right? In a real fight.
Mm.
Matter of fact, if you come up against somebody who's better, it's like actually a strategy to make it ugly.
Mm, definitely.
In that case, uh, a match like this is actually good because as long as nobody gets hurt, you can learn.
Mm.
So if there's
that little
accidental,
kid, that little kid's going for it.
if there's accidental head contact, right?
Yeah.
You can, as the ref, pause the match, and it's up to the ref and the fighter who gets hit to do the timeout, to call the timeout.
Mm.
So if you think that if you're looking at the big kid and you're like, holy shit, how is anybody sanctioning this? He just punched the little kid in the head, you know?
Mm.
And the little kid's hitting and trying to hit him in the head back now because he's fed up with it. He's frustrated, you know?
Mm.
The size difference this is as bad as it could get, to be honest. It's
Mm.
kind of hard for me to watch, actually, because they are so different. And there's multiple head contacts,
Mm.
right? So it gives us a chance to talk about it. Because what happens if you have accidental head contact? You know?
Mm.
kind of like
Excuse me. What
the
happens if you
Crawford Canelo fight, Fucking Canelo started clinching. And what's the first thing he started doing? Putting his head in the fucking Bud's head. And next thing you know, in the 6th, 7th round, I think it was, there was a headbutt that caused the cut. And then Canelo come out of his corner and was like, hey, sorry, man. And the commentator was like, oh, that's a complete class by Canelo coming out and apologizing. Bitch, no, he started digging his fucking head into Canelo or into Crawford. He was wanting that fucking cut. But I didn't know this about didn't know this about Crawford. Apparently, he got shot in the fucking head before and drove himself to the fucking hospital.
Mm.
And shit. So,
oh my God.
yeah,
He's built different.
that's crazy, man.
The little kid is actually like purposely trying to get back and hit the other kid in the head because he's so frustrated.
Mm.
As I watch this, I'm like, oh my God. It's like, I'll give you, for example, at the UFC gym. When I got kicked out, it's ironic because what I do, even something you watch in this, you're like, what the? This is safer than what anybody else is doing. I was at UFC gym, and
Mm.
the same guy who was teaching the MMA class, um, when we were waiting, me and the girl were waiting the female trainer were waiting to go into the cage, and I told you the guy was like yelling at his students. Um, he had two looked like siblings sparring each other with full gear, similar to this. And I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did, as I passed by, see that one of the girls was crying and the match was over. I guarantee he was doing head contact. Guarantee. Look at all the padding. Every time, you can't hear it because the mic's not up, but every time this little kid, tries to hit him in the head, I go, no head contact. It's learning. If they were doing head contact, first of all, he couldn't do it. The size difference is too big. Oh my God, he got
I've done
nailed in the chest.
boxing drills with kids in boxing, so yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Look at this kid getting kneed in the chest. Was that the groin or the chest?
I like the little kid has heaps of heart though.
Ooh. Who's to say getting punched in the body is healthy too? It's like I don't fault people for thinking that I should just totally give up on the quote unquote sport, but I just see it as a logical continuation of sportifying. This is the Muay Thai gym when I came. As you can see, the ropes are actually rope. And when I came, I bought these foam pool noodles. And I put it all over the thing and put contracting garbage bags over that and then duct taped it. Or electric taped it, actually.
So you put garbage bags over the pool noodles as well.
Yeah, let me see.
Because we had pool noodles on ours, and we just duct taped them on.
Nice. I wanted to be able to wipe it, and you see this one. The girl has no elbow pads and no knee pads either. This was when UFC or Spike TV did a follow up, or maybe it was UFC. Where are they now? So I had a tournament, but this is the early days. This gym is actually no longer around. It was called Warriors MMA. But
looked like a good gym.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, it was the guy who built it was a contractor. So I'll just fast forward to another video in the same ring, so you could see. The garbage bags. You seen that?
It's a good ring, man. It's quality. It's better than one that we had.
So how many unanswered strikes? I'm thinking of a kid getting grounded and pounded. And I'm cringing like, oh, how long am I going to let this go on? This one kid's he can't escape the mount or whatever. In a real fight, the mount is a finishing position. Like to the death. In a 100-point system, that's a 100-point move, I think. Mount position. I wouldn't even give an armbar 100 points. Because you can technically fight with a broken arm. But if you get mounted and grounded and pounded, you're dead.
But I mean, you can escape. Like if you have a locked in mount, it is escapable. Where if the armbar's locked in, you're not escaping. I mean, unless you can bite on the leg, I guess that is a point. Like you can't do in MMA, but you could do in real life.
In the algorithm, you got these moves that are 100-point moves. A punch, you can knock somebody out, kill them with one punch, right, Kelly? Didn't they call you the one-punch killer, Kelly?
They called me Hands of Stone and Shooter.
Shooter. Yeah. You could hit a guy from across the ring. Reminds me of my old coach, Wiz.
I think where I was a fat kid, I started boxing. I just learned how to use my weight and stuff, so I got always hit really hard. And once I realized I could knock people out, I started doing it a lot.
Well, it makes it a bit easier.
That's what. No, but
Get
look,
it out.
my pro record looks like shit because all these people knew that they didn't want to stand up with me, so I got rear naked choke, fucking whatever the fuck it was, just whatever the fuck it was, just. But what they wasn't doing was this right here, So
They were standing up with you.
no, they wouldn't.
Yeah, this move.
There were a couple people though that.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to talk about this one, but you're Rich
Very
Franklin.
nice.
You remember Rich Franklin's Muay Thai coach, Neil Young? Or Neil Rowe? Huh?
Rich Franklin's Muay Thai coach.
Yeah, Neil Rowe.
Neil Rowe?
Neil Rowe.
Isn't he in the UFC right now?
No.
I'm thinking of Neil Magny.
Yeah, we talked about him, but no, this he was supposedly Rich Franklin's Muay Thai coach, but then we saw what happened when Rich Franklin went against Anderson Silva, right? In those fights, his Muay Thai left a lot to be desired, I guess you could say. But
I mean, Rich Franklin pieced a lot of people up. It's just Anderson. I mean, even after being champion, he knocked a lot of people out.
yeah, there was a fight, and took that on 9 days' notice. And because another dude at the gym backed out, and I was like, "Why are you backing out?" I was like, signed up taking that fight, making some good money, but and I gave it my college try, man, but ended up going south because shot my wad. My target was the best. I tried to take him down, but I didn't treetop him. There's a lot of mistakes I made, but ended up that's one of the closest times I've ever been to being knocked out. He hit me like 4 knees or something to the head.
Dang.
Yeah, and I just kind of like collapsed to the floor of the cage, and Gary Copeland once again was the ref. He stopped it, and I was like, I can't.
Oh shit, Gary Copeland. Let's go. He saved you.
Yeah, I was like, I can't contest that because I was still when like we were standing there at the end of the fight, and an old UFC veteran, Kenneth, what was his name? Gary.
This guy in the ring here, he's just get back to me when you remember anything.
I can't
Not
remember
Gary Goodrich.
Kerry Shaw.
Oh, okay.
He actually fought fucking Fedor Emelianenko, man. So, that was his promotion, and I went in there and, like I said, gave him my best on 9 days' notice. Showed up to the fight by myself, had no corner, nobody support me, and just picked up people, and then ended up getting this kid to just carry my water and my towel. I was like, dude, just there's something I'm not seeing. I'm like, hollered out, but it didn't last that long. So
9 days notice, bro.
yeah. That was a big part of my story of my pro career. Is I'd always get fights on short notice. People had impeccable records and shit. And I asked my coach one time, Gerald Reed. I was like, hey coach, if I could just get a fight one time, where I could actually get a good camp in, that would work. And he's like, big man, they know they can call you on the last night and you'll fight, if they throw a big enough number at you. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, it's a blessing and a curse. I'm like, I get it, man. So, but my son had some really good Christmases, while I was fighting, so here's what it is,
So,
really good what?
Huh?
Christmases.
Oh,
he's making the bread.
Let's go.
After fighting a few times, I made enough money to me and my son, he got everything he wanted. Remember one time he wanted to transform a bat cave, bat bot. There's all kinds of Imaginext stuff like Batman related. And he wanted all this shit. And after that fight, he got all that shit. He also got some matching Nike Air Max with his dad. And shit. I bought a new pistol and stuff. So,
damn.
So Lukey, who we got in the ring here?
So
these guys?
the guy who's close to us.
Echo ones. I'll be right back.
No worries, man.
He's an aspiring and working stuntman.
Oh, nice.
He came up in a place called Epic Martial Arts, which they do XMA, which is the acrobatic forms division of karate tournaments.
I don't think I've heard of this one, but yeah, go on.
Okay, so it's a combination of, in gymnastics when they kind of like they start from one corner of the mat and they run and then they cartwheel and they jump up in the air and flip around.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
They like run and their arms are stiff. It looks weird, and then they like cartwheel, backs, handspring. You know what I'm saying? Jump up in the air.
Yeah.
So they do stuff like that, but they do like kicks in midair. It's different, but
so that if this can translate into cinema.
So the guy that they all want to be was in the movie Twilight. He was like one of the werewolves. He might have been the main werewolf guy, Taylor Lautner maybe. And he was an XMA champion, or he was an XMA star.
Hey, can I interject real quick, Luke? So, my son's mother wanted to go watch all those movies in the theater, right? And that kid you're talking about, Taylor, he was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
But he got all buffed up, right? And took his shirt off in the movie, and the whole fucking theater erupted like middle-aged women and shit.
Yeah.
Completely flipped out, okay? Dudes responding to a 17-year-old girl in that same theater doing that shit, Right? That's what I'm saying. And the thing was, she would fall asleep. So I'm sitting there watching this fucking movie. I give two shits less about. And she's fucking asleep and she snores, dude. So I gotta like give her a little elbow snug every once in a while, or else, But yeah, she falls asleep watching these fucking movies. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now I'm watching this shit. I don't want to watch this shit. And when they cheer, when that kid gets shirt off, I'm like, bitches, if this is the other way around,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the double standard.
Yeah. Dual mentality.
So this guy,
he
came up in a school that was known for that. They had a local champion. Her name was Sammy, and she was the champion with the nunchucks. So you can look up on YouTube, like young girl karate champion with double nunchucks, and she does. It's like a mixture of nunchucks and gymnastics. Pretty cool. This guy, they also at the karate tournaments, they have the point fighting and they also have the what's called continuous sparring, where there's head contact. It's almost like kickboxing, but no clinching, to clinch. And he's really he's young, strong. He's actually sparring his brother on the other side, and if you probably can't see me in the back operating the timer.
I can see, yeah.
So this was a charity event called Operation Wounded Warrior, and we raised a couple of thousand. I think it was 1,500 actually for this charity. And basically, in the format, it would be that the fighter gets sponsored, and the company that sponsors them pays out to the charity based on the amount of points that they get. So it could be like $2 a point, $3 a point, $5 a point, $10 a point, through the from nonprofit. He's an aspiring stuntman, and I've sparred him twice, maybe once. I'm trying to think. The one time I did, the most recent one that I'm thinking of, was in the UFC gym. I'm not going to show that video just in interest of time, but he won. I think he definitely got a higher score than me because he got on top of me on the ground a couple of times and got me on top of me in half guard. I think if I sparred him now, barring injury, I would be able to move better from half guard because I learned like a really key detail from my coach. But let's take a look at these two brothers. Now, this is the closest thing they could ever get to doing an MMA match with each other, right? Because they would never want to do ground and pound. Kelly, imagine you and James in a ring, and you can't do MMA to each other because you're friends. But you both want to do MMA. So you do it like this, no head contact and no finishing. And this is you two guys and their brothers. And look how actually brutal it could be. The guy who's winning is the one who got really into martial arts, and the other one got into bodybuilding more or strength training more and wrestling.
Well, they've been pretty respectful of each other. Nothing been thrown really bad intention. They're respecting, the damage done by shit and what they can do and their abilities. And looks like a fun little sparring session. A couple guys that know.
They look good though. The guy on the right definitely looks good.
That's what I'm saying. But he's letting the guy on the lift work. He's not dominating him with this shit. So he's letting him work. So, there's that. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Mark, what the fuck did I just say? Exclamation mark?
Excellent.
I think he let him up because he's not confident, maybe.
I think he's letting him
on the
work,
ground.
Man.
He also had a guy in his corner who was telling him things to do, and I think he said to let him up because he's
they're not being mean to each other either way. Anyway, they're actually just having a good old contact session of sparring, and seems like dude on the right, let dude on the left work as best he can and try to help him. So
he's
got to out there. You can't let somebody get underhooks on you. You got to control the underhooks. And he don't need to be throwing. Is he wearing fucking boots? Throwing kicks?
Yo, don't sleep on the boots.
Ooh, that was a good shot.
Don't sleep on boots.
That's a little fat ass belly. That's it. There we go.
One guy fucking tried to duck out of a plum clinch, the double collar tie, and ducked right into a knee by accident. Was bleeding. I think he actually finished the match.
Actually was listening to this. We was training in the gym one time. It was supposed to be to defend the takedown against the cage and fight, right? But it didn't mean throw the fucking strikes you would throw, right? So I get in there with this dude, and he was brown, and I go to shoot for a takedown, and he hits me with a fucking knee and wrecks my fucking nose, man. I was bleeding fucking everywhere. And Mike's like, before I opened up, Mike's like, hey, come here for this. I was like, Mike, I'm getting ready to open the fuck up. I went outside the cage and stood over the trash can. My nose was like a fucking faucet, man. Just bleeding. But that was bullshit because you wasn't supposed to be striking strikes. You were supposed to be. The fuck is this? What is this? What is it?
It was supposed to be grappling only, and he did that?
Yeah. It was just
damn. Party foul.
He had a lot of. Anyway.
Are we gonna call it once Kelly leaves too? Because you're on vacation, bro. I don't want to keep you.
What is it?
Yeah, I've got a few things to do. It's my wife's dad's birthday, and I've
You are
got to
the
send
lad
a
of
few
lads, James.
emails.
You're the lad of lads, brother.
I've got the China.
So anyway, long
property as
story
well,
short,
so
I
gotta
came
send a
to
few
the
emails.
conclusion that 10 is when the referee, kind of gives you a warning. If you don't move, you're gonna have to call a restart. Like if somebody taps out, it's a restart. If somebody needs a timeout, that type of thing.
Anyway, it seems like we went on for a long time tonight. Longer than usual, James?
Nearly 2 hours, so yeah, it was
that's, but hey,
decent length, yeah.
I think we had some really good conversations, and
You got it all.
So look forward to next time. I didn't think we was gonna do this one, but we did, and I still got a bit of battery. So with that, I'm gonna sign off.
Thanks a lot, James.
Hey,
no worries.
see you guys, and look forward.
Enjoy the rest of your vacation, huh?
I appreciate it, brother. We'll
Yeah, Kelly.
All right, brother. Luke, James.
And
good night, boys. You lads.
good night, guys.
All the lads out there.
Lukey.
We weren't live tonight, right, James?
Yeah, we're live.
We are. Any comment?
We are live. No, we didn't get any comments,
right.
unfortunately.
Maybe next time.
No, this time.
All right, guys, in the comments, if you made it this far, you're a champion.
Thanks, guys. All right,
round
brother.
of applause.
I'll see you next time.
Woo-hoo. Cheers. Cheers, lads.
Thanks, brother. Till next time.
Bye.